Right, so Square Enix have just released the new update to Final Fantasy 15. The update doesn't include anything spectacular, but what it does include down here in the special tab is a survey. The survey is basically asking us, the player, what content we'd like to see in the game, what's most important to us. The problem, two things that's wrong with the survey. One is you only have one option, right? What you're allowed to pick one. There's a lot of options here, which are all pretty important to different people. But the main reason I think this survey is a bad idea is they're asking people to vote, right? And most of these people who's going to vote, or from what I'm seeing on social media, is people who's already platinumed the game and have got no intention of going back. People who are probably playing the game now, that wants to finish the story, or they won't even finish the story, they'll never go back. It's just, I feel like a lot of these votes are going to be wasted, and it's a bit disappointing because some of these options here, like especially this story content, should be absolute priority. And from what I'm seeing over Twitter and Facebook, like ever since this has been like released, is playable characters. People are buzzing for being playable RNA, playable core, and I'm just like, not that these are bad, and I don't want these, but why aren't people wanting these story sections? Like the fan theory, like Ifrit's betrayal, that there would be absolutely incredible. If you're not like 100%, you can go and check it out on Reddit, but there's a fan theory which is like pretty bang on about the Piteos ruins in Final Fantasy 15 and how that's designed to explain through like statues and stuff like that of the whole story of Ifrit and like what happened to him. And it even goes as far as like the statue of the goddess, and if you tip the statue over in her belly button there's the Genji gloves, and in Japanese Genji means two or something like that, but obviously that she was pregnant with twins. It's crazy detail, goes into crazy detail, but it's like really interesting. So to have that implemented into the game is a hell of a lot more better, or more important should I say, than being able to play the RNA or core. And what's to say that even picking these here, does that mean we're going to get a chapter DLC like episode Gladio and episode Prompto, or are these going to be recruitable into your party and you're going to be able to control them for a little bit? I mean, that would be good for like what, 20 minutes, half an hour, but then it's just you're just playing Final Fantasy 15 again with different like abilities. It's like these story content pieces should be absolute priority. And in all fairness, it's all good letting us pick this, but to be honest, this is clearly the content that got cut. Because in case you didn't know, when they did the big Final Fantasy 15 Uncovered event back in March, like not this March, but the March before, announcing the release date, and then they got to 2 months before it was due out, and they pushed it back again 2 months to November or whenever it was. They were actually asking for another year, and they got told no, because back 10 years ago, or like nearly 11 now, when this was first started, they had a contract with the publisher that this game could not be out no later than 2016. It had to be out that year. So this story content here is clearly the stuff that got cut so the game could get out in time. There's also on Reddit not long ago, there was some guy who claimed he worked for Square Enix a couple of months, for like I think it was like 6 months he worked there on the development of it, and he was talking about the different places he was working on, like snowy areas, and he was working on a place that looked like London Bridge, and a lot of people were unsure whether he was telling the truth. But then later on, after the game was released and people broke the game and got out the boundaries, there was actually all that stuff there. You could see like the snowy area was there, where obviously you see that in the story, but the London Bridge section that he was on about was actually in Insomnia at the end of the game in the World of Room when you go to fight Arden. All that was actually there. Like you could clearly see like what he was saying was truthful. So this is all the stuff that's been worked on, and it's obviously part built or nearly finished, and now they're asking us what we want in it. So like, I mean, Arden's past is a popular one, but and to be honest, that it would be awesome, because Arden's story, if you pay proper close attention in the game, there's loads of like stuff in there, like nitpicking at the past of them, like the little books that's scattered around about the gods, the bit where Gentiana's about to turn into Shiva and he's talking to her and she quickly shuts him up and freezes him. Like, to see all that and like what happened to him back when he was meant to be king and he got turned down because he was corrupt. Like, that would be incredible. The line of Lucius, the kings, like, that would be absolutely awesome as well. I mean, I thought they were going to have a bigger part in the story to begin with, like, considering that 3 of them's on the cover of the game. Or it is on the English version anyway. They're in Kingsglaive, you know what I mean? So to see more of them would be class. To explore the world of Ruben, the whole world, and like do stuff, get quests. That would be good. That would be a hell of a lot of content there to walk around the whole world. Now it's all gone up shit creek. But I mean, like, the playable characters, like, they would be good, but that should be like second on the list. Like, I mean, Core, I mean, I know a lot of people love Core, but I think he's boring as hell. I think he was boring in the game, I think he was boring in episode Gladio, so I'm not really interested about that part of the, like, Core's story, or having him as a playable character. RNA3 would be a good playable character. I mean, Iris and Luna Freya. I mean, what are you going to do with Gentiana? She doesn't walk everywhere. If you're going to play as Shiva, fair enough. These 3 at the bottom here, I'm not even going to talk about these, because these 3 here shouldn't even be there. Hard mode, that should just be in the game regardless. That should just be coming in an update regardless of this survey. Improved armor durabilities, 100%, that should just be coming anyway, because I think leading up to the game, seeing the armature in the trailers and stuff like that, it looked fantastic. That's what got me excited for this game when it was first revealed back in the original trailers 10 years ago, when it was Versus 13. Like, the stylish, like, vanishing, reappearing with your swords, and it is good to use it, but it's so limited. The time you have it active in the game is so limited, and it's just so chaotic in the battles, and you just don't get to, like, I feel like you don't get to see the stylishness of it that good. It's just like, you just, it's just chaos. Magic, I think I used magic 4 times in the game. I think I used it 3 times at the beginning when I first got it, made some good spells, and then I used it at the end game when I wanted to get from level 56 to 99 in like an hour, using the XP trick. But so them 3, I think nobody should be voting for them. They should be coming regardless. Playable character, but that's it. I mean, I don't know what you think, but basically this story content should just be like priority. And I just think the survey is good for us who will play it, but bad for the people who's just going to vote and then they've got no intention of going back. I can't even imagine the amount of people who still got Final Fantasy 15 installed on the PlayStation 4, who's finished it, got the platinum, and they've never been on it for months. They're going to quickly stick it in, vote because they think they want it, it's going to come, and they're never going to play it. And their votes have been wasted, and we're going to get stuck with playable character stuff. And that's just, I don't know. That's just my opinion anyway. So let us know what you think. Do you agree with me? Do you think I'm being crazy? But thanks for checking out the video anyway, and I will see you next time. Peace out.